Hello everyone, 124san's here with another Outlaws of Junction quick draft. Without further ado, let's start this pack 1, pick 1. We got a rare land, which is not gonna be the high pick. Will be pretty neat if you're actually playing the color or need to splash. But the uncommon here is so good. It's Shepherd of the Clouds, 5 mana 4/3 for flying vigilance. So it's basically Sarah Angel with 1 less toughness, but it has another ability to return a permanent card with mana value 2 or less to your hand or to the battlefield if you control mount. But even without a mount, this is basically a Sarah Angel that gets you back something, which is like already premium. And if you are in the green-white mount stack, you can just get the stuff directly on board, which is a huge tempo plus the card advantage. So it's definitely the best card here. The 2 red uncommons are also pretty good. Gila Courser can up your cards. Galson Summoner can make 3/1s, and condition is pretty easy to trigger in this set. There's also Skirt the Critics for 3 damage removal in red, although it's pretty mediocre without the spectacle cost. So yeah, taking the Shepherd of the Cloud. And pick 2. Rare is taken. No white uncommon, but in common we have Take Up the Shield, which is a premium combat trick for white, or Draw from the Saddle, which is a premium removal in green. Back for More is also a really good card in the bonus sheet slot, but it's like 2 colors off our first pick. So we are picking either Take Up the Shield or Throw from the Saddle. If we want to be more open, we want to take the card with the same color. But I think Throw from the Saddle is strong enough over Take Up the Shield that I'm willing to take an off-color card. And if we happen to be in this exact 2 color, we're in for a treat. Pick 3. In this pack, we also get pretty good white and green card. The Prairie Dog is a pretty good life linker, and it can get you counters if you don't cast anything from your hand, which works well with Flash or Plot. And Clear Shot is another premium removal. Instant Speed also in the bonus sheet slot. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this Clear Shot that works well with Stormfront Saddle, and if we are in green-white, that'll be the best. If you were not in white, that's fine also, and we can always try to splash for this. Pick 4. Now this is a mediocre pack, cause there's no good white or green card. These are all filler level. In fact, there's nothing for everyone except for Discerning Peddler, which is a pretty decent card in red. I think that's it. I think gonna take a white card here, I think. I'm not gonna take a 1 mana 1/1 Death Touch. So it's a 2 mana 2/2 that can tap a non-mount, or a 4 mana 3/2 dicing into a 1/1. Both are pretty filler, so I take the lower cost. How is the Homestead though? Homestead actually can work if I'm playing the exactly green-white mounts. Pretty filler. I think I take this for the potential higher upside. Pick 5. We got a pretty good Signpost in Make Your Own Luck. It basically draws 3 cards and one of the spells is going to be free. Or we take this ramp spell that's also threatening the late game in Dance of Tumbleweeds, which is I think what I'm going to take. And if we still see cards like Make Your Own Luck going late, we'll consider doing green-blue splash, maybe splash white. Yeah, that's 3 cards already for us. Pick 6. The Signpost Gem Lightfoot Sky Explorer is decent, but blue-white is not that of a good archetype in this set, because if you're not casting spell from your hand. Ideally, you want to use the either flash spells at the opponent's turn or the plot spells, so that you don't need to cast anything from your hand. But if you're just playing Magic normally and play stuff from your hand normally, this is basically a 4-mana 3/3 Flying Vigilance. It can be pretty good, but this archetype is pretty situational at best. Let's take the Snake Singwell, which is always good. A 1-mana protection spell that can void a removal, which can cost like 3 or even 4 mana. That's 4 green cards for us. Pick 7, no green cards, but we get a premium black card in Shoot the Sheriff. Only destroys non-outlaws, but there are so many good non-outlaws here, so the drawback isn't that much. And the best archetype doesn't have any outlaw, which is Green White Mounts. So let's take this over the premium counterspell in blue. Pick 8. Wow, what a pack. So we have Take Up the Shield for white, Kakantrula for green, and Unfortunate Accident for black. I think I'm just gonna take a green spell because we already have so many green cards, and we're not short on removals. Pick 9. He like Courser weird, but think I'm gonna take a on-color card. The on-color cards are not great though. A 4-mana 3/2 that dies into something, or a 2-mana 1/2 that gains your life when you commit a crime. I think I take the black. Pick 10. We got the back for more wheel, and yeah, this is one of the reasons I take a black filler, because this is presented in the one of the earlier pack and it wheeled. So yeah, let's go green black again. I know we just did green black in the first quick draft of Outlaws Thunder Junction after it came back, but yeah. If the boss keep passing you cards like this, what can you do? 11 is all filler. Both intervention is not good. You don't want to give your opponent stuff for destroying their creature. So let's take this Enter Battlefield Surveil 2, which can work well in this deck. Here we take a Signpost for Binding Negotiation. The Signpost cares about making tokens, but none of our cards are making tokens outside of Dance of Tumbleweeds, which is like cost 5 mana at least to make a token. So let's just take the Binding Negotiation, which makes crimes. Pick 13, Fail Forwarding or Torment Agony, both really failure interaction. We have no red cards. And pick 2, pick 1, we have Fracture Identity, which is one of the strongest card in this set, like probably can be compared to Oko, Thief of the Crowns. This is one of the top cards in Vintage Cube also, because you exile something and get your own version of it. So yeah, this card is super worth to just splash for it. And yeah, I'm gonna take this and 100% splash it. End of the line. Pack 2, pick 2, a lot of decent card here. Simulacrum and Synthesizer is not really playable unless you have a lot of mana value to your more artifacts. But yeah, this card is super expensive on paper. I'm gonna take the Heath for the Fracture Identity splashing. We're definitely splashing this super strong card. Pick 3. On color card, the best one is probably Vault Plunder, but we are 100% splashing white, or maybe we can just move into playing mainly white. So let's take this Lasso by Law, which is the premium removal. 4 mana, exile something, and you get a token. This is pick 4. No good black cards, but we do get pretty good green cards in Spinewoods Paladin. And Parody Dog is also good, but we want to be mainly green because we are splashing for stuff. Let's take this Spinewoods. Pick 5. Wow, a lot of green cards here. I think it's gonna be Beastborn Orchestra versus Spinewoods Armadillo. Armadillo is a late game threat that also color fixes you early game by discarding, and also has Worst 3, so it's hard to die, and also works super well with Back for More, so I'm 100% picking this. Pick 6. We got Soul Springs versus Dance of the Tumbleweeds. Both can help fixing, but I think I'm gonna take a Dance of the Tumbleweeds first, because this can also be a threat. And Soul Springs is most likely gonna be 2 splash colors for us. We're not playing Raven of Foul Omens. Finding Negotiations is not that good on a splash, so yeah. Looks like black is the splash for us instead of white. Pick 7. Ambush Gigapede is a pretty decent card, although it's not that good on splash because it's gonna cost us 2 color pips. Red Rock Sentinel can quote-unquote help you on fixing, but you need to sacrifice a land to do so. Not great, not great. I think I'm just gonna take a filler in Free Striker Commando here, which can be a 4-drop and a 3-drop. Pick 8. The Vulnerability is a good card, although black is most likely gonna be splashed, so let's just take a color fixing land here. Pick 9. We got Steer Clear for cheap removal that doesn't work on big thing, and we're not sure on removal right now. So let's just take a green creature. Pick 10. Another green creature or Mono Surprise. Mono Surprise works really well with Firewood's Armadillo, and we probably don't need that many 3-drops to work with, so let's take this. Pick 11. Are we gonna splash a Phantom Interference? I don't like, but Treasure Treasure can help fixing if you are playing black mainly. And both are filler, let's just take one. This time Big Nerve is pretty decent and also banned card in standard. And Shackle Slinger. And pack 3 pick 1, we have another Shoot the Shriver, a color fixing land, a premium signpost, and another removal. Wow, there's a lot of things, but I think I'm gonna take Spinewood's Armadillo for fixing. Also works well with Evermore. Pack 3 pick 2, we have Journey to Nowhere for premium removal in white, or Consuming Ashes for premium removal in black. Or Unfortunate Accident has destroyed something. Right now it looks like white is easier to splash. In that case, but Consuming Ashes costs 2 pips. 2 pips is definitely a cost, especially if we are splashing a lot of stuff. Let's take Journey to Nowhere just because it only costs 1 pip. Pick 3, we have Burying the Garden, which is a premium removal in the bonus sheet slot. I think I'm gonna take this over Spinewood's Paladin. And also ramps you, also color fixes you. Oh, there's so much thing. Lonely Arroyo is a color fixing land, and we have nothing else really. Let's just take this. Pick 5, we have nothing really. Are we taking playing another Poison over count? Maybe Ambush Gigapede is not that good if we are splashing for black, which looks like we are going back because we have more white cards now, and Fracture Identity is one of the best cards in this deck. Ideally want to put more effort into mana to cast this. I think I'm gonna take a Possum here. Or we can take this Stagecoach Security. We don't have a whiteboard state, but the Vigilance can help us a lot. I think I'm gonna take this over a 3-drop. Maybe a 4-drop too. Pick 6. We have a Holy Cow in white, Galloway Glimmer also in white. It doesn't work well in late game because we are gonna have the greatest power creature, but can work fine early game, and can also protect something with the first overs on 2-drop. But maybe this deck needs 2-drop if we are splashing for black. We're not playing the Treasure, and we need some early game plays. Maybe we go with the Sentry. Pick 7. Armadillo number 3. Oh yeah, this can also work in too. I think we're gonna take Armadillo over Bandit. This is the Armadillo deck. Pick 8. We got Tumbleweed number 3, which gonna work super well in this deck. Picking over Premium, Combat Trick, take up the shield. Pick 9, the color fixing land wield. Just gonna take this. Pick 10, nothing really. Pick 11. Steer Clear. Do we want Steer Clear as an early game interaction over anything else? Or Stagecoach Security is just for vigilance. But this can work in early game just to get rid of something. Although in interaction suites we have Clear Shot, Bury, Shoot, Journey. That's like 6 removals already. Don't think we're playing this, but let's take it. Pick 12, nothing here. Pick 13, nothing here. And let's head to the deck building. Wow, pick 14 sneaks in well. I think I'm gonna play 1 copy, but damn, this is such a good card, especially if you have a bump to protect. But yeah, the bots completely disregards the Spinewood Armadillo, it seems. And we ended up with this pretty sweet deck. Don't think we're gonna make any further changes. Gonna get -1 on the island. Because we're just splashing for 1 blue card. And we're splashing for a little bit of black, so 2 is fine. And green sources. Let's up the green sources so we can cast. Make sure we can cast the Downside of Tumbleweeds. And take a look at the deck. Oh yeah, Bristleback Sentry is just an early game blocker. That also works with Stroke on Saddle, because I can saddle something and it gets to attack later. And on turn 3, we're mostly casting Dance of Tumbleweeds to ramp, and then we ramp into so many of our threats, especially in 3 copies of Armadillo. And Back for More also works super well with Armadillo. Playing a Mortal Surprise, because it also works with Armadillo. But yeah, by far the best card in this deck is Fractured Identity, which remove something and you get a copy of it. Yeah, super unfair in 1v1. In Commander, everyone other than the target opponent gets it. But yeah, in 1v1 it's just you. Alright, pretty sweet. Let's head to the gameplay. Alright, here we are at game 1. We start with 2 lander, but we have Spinewood's Armadillo, which is immediately gonna fix the mana problem. Although we do need to draw more lands for Spinewood's Paladin. But yeah, I'm gonna keep this. Think I'm gonna get an untapped land. Unless I drew a land by myself. Let's see what we got first. We drew a tapped land. Yeah, the thing is, we're getting an untapped plains. And next turn we play Possum. And after Possum, we can play a tapped land and a removal maybe. If they play nothing, let's get plains. And get 3 life. We drew into a dance. If we play dance here, we can Spinewood's Paladin plus afterwards, but that's it. Or we play a Possum and then Clear Shot. I think we play Possum. And if we naturally draw lands, this can also be a threat afterwards. So yeah, hope we naturally draw lands after this. Okay, they also play multicolor. They play Death Toucher, which is gonna die to the Clear Shot. They're just gonna. Don't think I want to trade here. Or I can play a Forest. If they trade, I play a Forest and Spinewood's Paladin. It also works. Let's attack first. If they don't trade, I'm just gonna clear shot. And clear shot does 1 more damage. And then play a tap land afterwards. And next turn we play Spinewood's Paladin. Congregation Griff. Alright, that's fine. Let's play a Paladin and then pass on this. Not gonna return. And then we can save the second removal for things they have. Lotus Ring, phase 3 to equip, not a threat yet. It left 2 mana up. 2 mana can be Fierce Retribution. I don't know why they don't attack. Maybe they're thinking of blocking this Rambling Possum. Oh yeah, this turn is gonna be double spree. Get the land out of the way. 2 green. And get a green white. Do 1 damage. Ooh, I mean saddle. Attack. And if they ever equip Lotus Ring, I just journey to nowhere. Or if they play any threats, they are willing to go to 1. Sure. Play the another land. Play the Hollow Marauder. Yeah, and they're pretty down here because it's lethal on board after they play this. Alright, sweet. We clear out pretty nicely, and yeah, we just beat our opponent down with it. We also get access to all of our colors, so if we drew the Fractured Identity, it will be so great here. Heading into game 2. Here we are at game 2, starting with a 3-lander, no black, but we got white and blue from this. We got 2 drop, and we get another land from Armadillo, so definitely keep. We can't get anything back with Shepherds, sadly. Unless we trade away this Sentry. We both play a desert, we naturally draw land, so that makes me not want to discard this. Let's just play a Sentry first. Sadly, Sentry cannot attack. They play a Canyon Crab. We drew 2 Armadillos. I think I'm willing to discard 1. Another desert. And pass for the Canyon Crab. Actually, no. I think I'm gonna save this. Just in case we naturally draw land. Journey to nowhere. Gonna try it. We're casting this into two open mana though. I think I'm actually gonna respect that and turn it right away. We can try to cast Journey to Nowhere. That's gonna resolve, but okay, Emergent Hunting. That's their own, sure. And then we're gonna discard. Gonna discard a card. For land. What? Untap land? For a second now, I thought, did I not play Thump? And we draw Shoot the Turf, which is just in time. I'm just gonna play the Shepherd and pass. They cannot counter because they only have 1 blue source. All of this can attack, but no reason to. They are trying to use green removal. That's why that makes sense. Their shot, yep. Alright, this case, they use off the removals. We naturally draw lands, so this is a Spinewood Armadillo resolved. They're gonna have a hard time targeting this. And we can start attack with the Sentry, because we have a big thing. Congregation Glyph, which doesn't block any of our stuff. Drew a Fasting Gauge, tap and deal damage. We have 3 removals already, although Razorback Sentry cannot attack whatsoever into this 05 or 14, so let's just attack with the 7/7. And their Emergent Haunting is not doing anything because they just keep casting spells. Yeah, which is the reason why this archetype is not great. Charm blocking? Sure. They did a charm blocking, let's just pass. If they're gonna get a huge lifelink from this Congregation Glyph, I always have the option to shoot it. Frontier Seeker, which is gonna get them a Plains or a Mount. They get a Drover Grizzly, that's fine. They play the Drover Grizzly. Alright, if they settle 3, I'm just gonna do it right now. I'm gonna give them a life. Your blockers are pretty bad here, so I think I'm just gonna attack all. Alright, they let us through, go to 5, and then end turn. Oh, they do have black card. And they play another Drover Grizzly, which can double block the Spinewood. So that's why I'm gonna journey it. Alright, if I play Dance of Tumbleweeds for 6 mana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get a stuff, and then maybe the Journey to Nowhere will get countered. But even if they counter it, we're still in a good shape. So let's do this first. I cannot counter this because I have 2 mana up. Grab a land that pings them. And then Journey to Nowhere one of them. If this get countered, I'm still gonna attack. Was Snake Signal? That also has a counter? Yep, they do have it. I'm still attacking. So yeah, you can trade with everything here. Not gonna trade with the 3/3, so I get 1 damage in. That means they are lethal to one desert trigger. Honest Rusting gets something back. Congregation Glyph, yep, that's the only thing with lifelink. Play the Congregation Glyph. But I have another removing hand, which I'm gonna use right now. Let's have mana first, so I don't target the wrong stuff. Even though it doesn't matter. Get rid of that. Attack all. And they have another blocker actually. Maybe I use my removal to prematurely. But if we're doing this, they're gonna be at 1 life. For now, Balance Revival. Wow, that's a pretty good card from them. Although none of the stuff blocks a 9/9, they don't have a Death Touch. Alright, they got 2 stuff. They got 3 stuff. A lot of stuff. They got a Congregation Glyph. I need to not draw any more of these lands. Give me a desert and I win. Easily. Okay, they have a blocker now. And they got Congregation Glyph that can give their life back. So yeah, if I'm gonna draw something, this is the best time for it. Rambling Possum. They are gonna get their life back, and I am not gonna able to win with Desert Trigger alone, sadly. cannot attack into this ankle biter. And if they settle, they get 2 life for now. Maybe they get more life if they draw into mounts. Yeah, the flood is not great. Attack for 1, gain 1 life. That means they're out of the range of getting desert. Drew a card controller which can block the 1/4. Let's just end the C3. Rambling Possum trades with... It's a 4/5. Okay, I cast this first. 4/5 and attack with 4/5. Let's. 9/9 is not gonna attack when there's a 1/1 death touch. Sure, we trade with a snake. And then we can start attacking with Elemental later. Back for more, Ankle Biter. Destroy this. Drew a card. Sure. Go for them. They get rid of my Beach Blocker. They play a land. They do not have... Only attack with 1 creature to gain life, sure. Attack for block, play this for blocks. And now they have enough blocker for this elemental. Sure. Let's attack. And yep, now we have 2 attackers. Pay the big cost. Get the deserts out of the way. That's the last desert. We're not gonna get any more desert after this. And play this as a 3/3. They have a survival on every turn. Good for them. They keep something on top. Not good for us. It's a Whaley Duke Adlin Hero, which gonna gain their life and draw cards. And they attack for 2 now instead of 1. And we are attacking with everything here. Drew into back for more. Does back for more do us any favor here? If we get Shepherd of the Clouds, we get Possum, we could get Controller, we can... we can try to get rid of something right now, but in that case it won't be lethal. Let's just attack with all first, because it's not gonna be lethal anyways. Fine, I think we gotta get back Spine with Armadillo. Chum block, take a chum block city. And actually, before they draw any more cards with Violet Duke, let's just do this right now. Oh yeah, Spine was Armadillo on Violet Duke. Or on Congregation Glyph, because Violet Duke cannot draw cards if they don't have the Congregation Glyph. I think we get rid of the Congregation Glyph. Instead. I kept the top card, and yep, that's it for them. We hit a flood in the mid game a little bit, but we got there with this humongous elementals from the Dance of the Tumbleweed. What a great card. 2-0 heading into game 3. Alright, here we are at game 3. We start with 3 landers. Spineless Armadillo gets us the white, and Spawner Surprise get it back. So yeah, easy keep. Draw into another Armadillo will be great if you draw more lands to cast it later, and works well with the Bury in the Garden because this ramps. Play nothing on 2. I can play the Bristleback Sentry on 2. I don't think that's necessary though. We 100% need a white source. Let's just pass. Maybe they play a threat I need to journey to nowhere right away. Nope, that's not a threat. We need to journey to nowhere right away, so let's get a tap landing instead. We get this tapped white or blue. And play a Bristleback Sentry and play the tap land. Next turn we are Bury the Garden. Bury in the Garden. Hopefully they play a threat. Brittle Bighorn. Not that good of a card to use removal on, but this is also a... Yeah, this is also a ramp, so let's just do this. Or we Clear Shot, but Clear Shot is not mana efficient, even though it just gets us an attack in. We need to draw lands to next turn to cast Armadillo. I think I'm gonna do Clear Shots because Clear Shots doesn't have a great range compared to Bury in the Garden. And we're gonna attack in this turn because of this. Okay, play some threats that's worth Bury in the Gardening. We have 3 removals in hand that I need to use. Or, if they play nothing, we naturally draw a land. I think I'm still gonna Bury in the Garden. In case Bury in the Garden gets destroyed, they're not getting anything out of this anyways. And we did throw away a Spinewards Armadillo. But let's just do this. In this land. And target your Red Roseno. Is there land destruction in this format? I forgot if there's any in the bonus sheet. Oh yeah, there is the Boombox. That's a main deckable land destruction. Hopefully we don't see that card. They are gonna sacrifice a land for them. And they get a treasure. After that, let's Mourner Surprise the Armadillo. And then we can just tap this Mercenary to give this Sentry +1/+0 to attack with it. That's all by the law. Yep, Lasso by a Log gets result Bury in the Garden, which... Yeah... Alright, the good thing is we drew into land anyways. So it worked out. Let's attack with this 4/3. And play this Armadillo. They are gonna double block. Which is... He's gonna trade if I don't do anything about it. I think trading is fine here. Not gonna waste a removal just to not play the 7/7 this turn. We need to play on curve. And if there's any sacrifice effect in this format, we're not afraid of it either. They spend 7 mana to get rid of this Armadillo, sure. We have another one after this. But we do have our own copies of Lasso, so we can Lasso this, or we Fracture Identity this Lasso, and then... Oh, I can't even think about how dirty this play gonna be, but they don't have enough targets for Fracture Identity, so let's just use this Armadillo first. So yeah, we can Fracture the... Not gonna attack. We can Fracture Identity the Lasso by the Law, so we have 2 removals at the ready. If they play a super big threat right now, which is another Lasso by the Law, sure, then we get everything back. Yep, I think that's what's gonna happen. And let's just block so that they don't have enough chump blockers. Draw a land. Doesn't matter. Let's fractured identity on this lasso. Exile that lasso. Attach Bury in the Garden. Get our own. Get another lasso. Bury in the Garden targets. Lasso by the law. This targets that. This. Yep. Oh boy, this point is so dirty. Journey to Nowhere, exile target creature. They need to pay 5 mana for this, and I still have another Armadillo, so sure. They have so many removals, damn. But yeah, we use our own removals against their removal. There's nothing to get back for more, because these removals are exile based. Let's get you attacking. Yep, charm block. Please use some destroy-based removal so I can use it back for more. Please. Pretty please. Pass. They don't have anything? Sure. Gonna lasso by the law the Journey to Nowhere to get it back after attacking. Let's attack first. Ambush Gigabit. You pay the worst 3 first. Yep, you pay the worst 3, and now you can die. And yep, they're done with it. And yeah, we're gonna have a back for more at the ready, and Lasso by the Lost gonna get back the Armadillo. Yeah, not gonna be good for them. And this certainly showcases how good Fracture Identity is. Yeah, we just get rid of all the removals to get our stuff back. Oh, game 4 is the next. Let's keep this going. Alright, here we are at game 4. 3-0 so far, no losses. Starting with 2 lander with 2 armadillos. If this is gonna fix most of the issue with this hand. Clear Shot does nothing without a playable creature, but we have a Sheriff, which will be active after I search for Black Source. And yeah, we do need to draw more lands. Oh yep, we did draw one, nice. Let's pass, and gonna grab a desert unless they present must kill threats right now. This is not a must kill threat right away, so let's get a tap land here. Tapped white black. Here it is. And play that. Journey to Nowhere. We have a lot of removals already. Let's just use this right now so they don't get any more counters and start attacking. And next turn, gonna bury into Garden. Yep, no matter what they play, I'm gonna use this. They play Blood Hustler and commit a crime. Get a 2-2. And yeah, this is gonna line up pretty well for us. Okay, land, doesn't matter. Get rid of their stuff. And then next turn is Spinewood's Armadillo, which is gonna help us with the worst 3 against all the removals that can kill it. Because they need to spend 7 mana on the black removal. And we also have a clear shot after Armadillo, gonna be pretty nice. Shooter Sheriff is not a great card against Outlaws, which is they're gonna have. Because they are the red-black Outlaws deck, most likely. They discard Security Critics, because it doesn't deal with the Armadillo. Then I Duelist is also an Outlaw. We draw a land. And please don't, we don't need any more lands. Let's play out the 7/7, which doesn't die to any black removal right now. Oh, unless it's Shoot the Sheriff after they play a land. That's the only way. Please don't be that. Don't be a Shoot the Sheriff. I'll be really sad if you have. They plotted a long sharpshooter, which deals 2 damage to me. It's fine, we draw a land, not great, but we have 2 removals. And we're not afraid of a Death Touch combat trick, because we have instant speed. And let's just attack in, and they can do 1 damage to us. Which is fine. Well, shoot the sheriff doesn't have any targets against this deck, sadly. Yeah, they presented 0 creatures that can be destroyed by shoot the sheriff. They have a tap land of off color, sure. Maybe they are just using this to commit crimes, who knows. Our turn, we keep drawing lands, but at least we're winning with the armadillo attacking turn by turn. They cannot possibly take any more of this after this attack. Let's pass. King 1 from Daylight Duelist. And after they play one more land, they have enough mana for the thing. For the 4-minute removal to destroy to exile the armadillo even. I don't like exile. That means I cannot get it back. Okay, at least we got a second creature. And we can try to go for the wing with the clear shot right now. If I clear shot Blitzball Best Sentry, don't think we can actually win if they have 7 mana up anyways. Let's just do this. If they have a combat trick, now I'm totally fine with that. They do have the removal that I do not want to see. Let's just clear shot this target. Longhorn. And there's also the debate of whether I should shoot the sheriff this, but there's already an armadillo in the graveyard. So not too important. And yep, back to square one. Please don't draw any more lands. Please, thank you. Rakish Crew, which is gonna game them live. I don't want to see that. If only there's a snake singwell. If only. One can hope. But the reality is cruel. Skewer the critics. Oh well. Well, empty boarded. Draw into a land. That's not it. We do not need any more lands. But at least they are not hitting us that fast. And also, please play some non-outlaws so my shoot the sheriff does something. Pretty please. Attack with the outlaw, plays another outlaw. And the snake singwell is like too late. They're gonna get their life back with the Red-Back Apothecary, which is bad. Wait, if they can give this lifelink. Wait, you're not gonna give this lifelink? Anyways, doesn't matter too much. They are gonna steamroll us if we don't do our threats soon enough. Yup, they get their life back, and we're dead next turn. Dance of the Tumbleweeds, that is something. But it doesn't block our Red-Back Apothecary. So we are not out of the danger yet, just yet. We take one, and I think we're actually dead. But yeah, we're actually dead on board. Pretty sad, we flooded too much. Before we draw any threats. 3-1 heading into game 5. Alright, here we are at game 5. Starting with 3-lander, no way to search. Actually, there's a way to search for a white, so there isn't a mana issue with this hand. If we somehow don't draw any land, we can also plot this. But hopefully we just naturally draw one. 100 pylons for turn 1, okay. Reveal away a land, we drew another white spell which we cannot cast until we dance off the Tumbleweeds. Draw green, maybe a 2-mana moment, nope, they play nothing. And we naturally draw a land, which is pretty good. We do need to draw a land here. Play a dance. cycle with Tornado. Yeah, Tornado doesn't work against our deck. Need to get a white source for sure. We don't need any more blue source after this. Let's just get this. And next turn we can do whatever we want. If they have a threat that needs to be dealt with right away, we have removal for that. That is not one of them. So let's just play the Spineless Paladin. And gain 3 life. And now the Sword from Saddle is active. If this is still on board, that is. Versus Warmint, which super good against Journey to Nowhere and Last by the Law. Spineless Paladin right now dies to... right now this dies to Super Sheriff, so there's a chance we get... blown up. We get blown up if we cast this right away. Actually, I think this is such a good card. We can use this right now on the Spot Ponder if we want immediate value. Or we save this for later. I think we'll save this for later. Let's attack first. If they use both of their mana, I'm just... nothing. This is intriguing. I cannot use this enchantment removal until the Warmint is left. I think I'll enter here. They didn't cast anything. I feel like if they have Shoot the Sheriff, they're gonna do it right away. So maybe I should have thrown on Saddle. Oh well. Maybe I'm a little bit too safe. They cast nothing. Sure. And now the Sword from Saddle is mega unsafe. Let's cast this 60 first. It's a Desert Steel? Ugh. That wouldn't work if I target my Spineless Paladin. So I should have done that. This is a downward spiral of going. Yeah, it feels like this is like a downward spiral because I was being too safe with my removals. Please tap out. Nope, they are not gonna tap out. At least I naturally draw land, so I can always just cast this Armadillo. They're gonna block. And that is still short. I'm still trading. You still trading? Sure, okay. I'm okay with this trade. Oh, that's safe play of using the removal on 3/3 didn't work out. But at least I got a 7/7 on board, which still dies to a 4-mana removal right now. If they are gonna cast a 4-mana removal, I'm just gonna Fracture Identity right now. I shouldn't be holding this. I think I really shouldn't. But we drew another Spineless Armadillo, so now if this worked out, we just win right away. If it doesn't, well, we still get a 3/1 draw card. So let's just do this. They're gonna get Snakes in well, but then they cannot use a 4-mana removal on this. Yeah, they didn't present any white cards, so I'm not playing around that. And that Desert Steel, that's gonna make them trade, sure. Well, it wasn't gonna be a trade if they don't Snake Single there. Oh, things are not going my way. I just say that. They plotted Beastborn Allcaster. I play a second Armadillo. And I have 2 removals for their stuff. Hopefully they tap out. Please tap out. They just get a... They just got this... Got this... Oh, Snake Single is green, I mean, so yeah. But yeah, I think I just use my removal, all removals right now and try to win. Let's journey to nowhere. And lasso the 3/3. Alright, they don't have anything. Oh, get your Snake Single out of here. I was playing too safe. I shouldn't. If they have the right removal to destroy my 5/4, they will use it before I do damage. Okay. At least we still got there. 4-1 heading into game 6. Alright, here we are at game 6. Starting with 2-lander, but we have a Spine Woods Armadillo, so even after that, it's not great. We do not have any play on 3 or 4. But if this hand worked out, Shepherd of the Claws and Back for More will be pretty good. Gonna risk it. We drew into Clear Shot, which doesn't do anything right now. Not good. They plus a 2-mana card, which is Sharer of Safe Passage. Still not doing great. And then they plus a Wolverine. Ooh. We need to get black swords here. Black and white. But we need two green sources, so let's black and green it is. Okay, now we need a land here. A land will be untapped land will be the best draw. A tapped land will be second best. We need a land here. That's not even a question. Exile top. And yeah, lose that here, sure. But they have a board of stuff there. Alright, we finally drew our land. We can exile the best thing. I think it's Gila Corsair here. And then we play a Cacantrula, and hopefully we stick. But most likely it's not gonna stick though. Exile another card, which is Wolverine, attack for all, 17. Drew a land, which means Back for More is active. So we can just try to back for more, and they cannot have a counter spell in these colors. And yeah, back for more. If I back for more on blocks, they can use a combat trick. That's pretty much it. But if I back for more right now, maybe they can journey to no more, but I think I can take that. Actually, let's do it right now instead of on their turn. So that I have enough toughness to block stuff. Just in case they have a first strike combat trick. Wolverine into a land, into Earth the Joe. Fine with that. Super fine with that. They cannot deal with this. So I'm just gonna play out my entire hand with this Akantra and throw from Saddle against Earth the Joe. As this has to potentially be the most threat. Not gonna attack in case my stuff gets destroyed. I'll start attack next turn. And I'll attack with Cacantrula. Bona Posse makes a billion blockers, so I don't... We can still block, I mean. If we block and they choose to trade, I can just clear shot one of them. Yeah, I think I leave the Spine Woods Armadillo on blocks, attack with Cacantra. They're not even gonna block. Maybe they have a lead. They have a board pump for lethal. In that case, I'll have to discard this Spine Woods Armadillo. Oh, they're gonna pump everything into one thing and attack with it. In that case, I'm actually blocking with Armadillo. Or in that case, I should have pulled mana for clear shots. Two 5/5s? That's a little bit strange, if you ask me. I'm just gonna block one of them. And then 2. Legion Extruder for 2, fine. If I have a clear shot, it'll be so good here, but I'll take that. They do not have any other artcraft stack. They do have the removals for the shepherds, but it didn't work out. There. Mana doesn't work out, we play this first, so let's just play this with Reach War 3 and everything trades into their stuff. Although if I attack and they don't block, I think I'm still trying to attack. They need to get some damage in, and don't think we're gonna block if they are gonna attack. I'm gonna play around double strike, which is from like exactly the one card on their hand. No blocks. Or one card to 5 damage to face. First party Tycoon, which presents 2 creatures. Something I don't want to see. Fracture Identity. Nice draw, but Fracture is instant speed, doesn't work out that way. Do we actually win if we lasso and clear shot? Lasso's 4, clear shot's 3, lasso this, clear shot that. They do not have any instant speed stuff, they do not have any artifact on board. I think I got it. Let's do this. I think we got it. Yeah, we have enough damage on board. They do not have any artifact for this, so yeah, we just win. Alright, that's great. 5-1, heading into game 7. Here we are at game 7. We have 4-lander into a playable 4-drop. Being Paladin, nothing else. If we are faced against aggro, this hand is pretty bad. I think we still keep. Alright, tap desert with green, so not the aggro it seems. Journey to Nowhere is a good turn to play. Maybe they present something that I need to deal with. Treasure Dredger can ramp. Do I care about it that much though? I mean ramp, but they need to pay 1 mana next turn. So I don't think I'm gonna do anything to it. Maybe the players something better this turn. They're gonna attack. Ball Plunder, not worth using a Journey to Nowhere on. We didn't draw any more playables. I think I need to save my life total here actually. Let's just get rid of this 3-1. Or 2-2, let's get rid of C1 actually. We're down a card doing this exchange. Yeah, at least next turn we can start playing stuff with Spineless Paladin into another War Planner, sure, into Kakantra. And we can start stabilizing that way. They do not draw land, they did draw land, sure. Nazumi Line Breaker, not too much of a concern other than it can chump block twice. I just plot this and play 2 stuff next turn. And yeah, definitely do need the Journey to Nowhere. Because otherwise our life total is not gonna be healthy after these onslaughts of attacks. Yep, they're 5 mana now. I am at 9, going to 12 with Paladin. They didn't play anything, sure. I'm gonna play the Paladin and Kakantra. Paladin's gonna gain us life. Kakantra is a 6/5 reach. They also draw us a card if they target it. They attack with a 3/1. I'm still gonna block. If my stuff ever hits a graveyard, back for more would be a lot better. I think I arrange my blocks like this though. Desert Stew is a -3/-3. Here clear, I'm still gonna draw card. I'm still up in cards. Draw into Shoot the Sheriff, which does nothing to any creature they currently have. And next turn is gonna be Spineless Armadillo. One surprise for the 3/1, sure. Play the 3/1 to draw a card. Okay with that. Shoot the Sheriff still doesn't do anything to any of their stuff. Oh wait, Back for More is more not active. Ugh. Because the mana didn't work out there. If I attack, it trades into 2 things, but I'm gonna do some splash damage. Let's play this Armadillo. Ooh, Back for More is not active. And they just give up because they probably don't have any way to go through this Armadillo. They need 7 mana and the 4 mana removal spells to destroy it. To exile it, I mean. But yeah. We are having a little bit of trouble in this hand because our Black Source is tapped. So next turn we're gonna do nothing if we don't draw any playable cards. But yeah, we got there. 6-1 heading into game 8. Alright, here we are at game 8. We're 6-1 right now, so if we win, this is a trophy right away. 3 tap lands, no blue for Fractured Identity, but other cards are super playable. Let's risk it and keep. The good thing is we're going first, so it won't be as bad if we face aggro on draw compared to play. Playing a green, I'm gonna play another tap land, so next turn we have a possum up. This is not good. We have to destroy this ASAP. But at least it's not a good attack for them into this possum. Oh, they're gonna Mystical Tether, sure. Think I'm just gonna lasso this right away before they play the 3 mana 4/2. They can crew this right away and make an angel with flying. I don't want any of those things. No, thank you. And at least the throw from the saddle is active with a 1/1. I can still use it if I have to use it. If they am gonna lasso by the law, I can just throw from the saddle. They choose to Desert Deal the 1/1. Fine by me. We're up a card buying this exchange, and they present a 2/2, which we cannot do anything to until I drew this 3/3. I think I'm gonna do it right now, even though this is gonna cost us an attack. We can still attack with the Sentry after we Tumbleweed. Either to get a 5/5 or draw. If we top by land, we get 6/6. Harvester Bandit doesn't do anything to the board. We did draw land, so this is gonna be a 6 mana spree spell. We're gonna get a 7/7 and deal 1 damage and attack with the 3/3. We have the Fracture Identity on the Mystical Tether right now. Or target whatever they play. If we Fracture Identity the Mystical Tether, we can attack with the 3/3 as well, but they draw a card in this exchange, so I don't think I need to. I can just attack with the 7/7 alone and play our own Kakantra. That's gonna be my play. I play a draw Grizzly, which is a little bit too late after Seraphic Steed is gone, and the things are looking pretty good for us, if I must say. I can Fracture Identity the Tether or Kakantra. It's basically the similar, except I either get a Possum or I get a Kakantra. I think I just target the Kakantra and attack all. That should draw a card. But yeah, a 5 mana spell that's exile their 6/5 and we get our own 6/5 and we attack with all. They double block something and they chump block a 6. That's gonna be their play, sure. But we still have 2 Kakantra on board. So don't board by me, please. Do not board by me. They cast Untrusting, which gets something back, but they are full. The whole deck on blocks right now. Got a Life Linker, sure. I'm just gonna attack all. If they destroy the Bristle by Sentry, I'm getting it back with Shepherd. And I'm not playing around the board wipe, or am I? They choose a chunk block. If they block like this, okay, there's not a chunk block. They kill this 3/3, go to 1. I kind of think I actually want to play around board wipe, so let's just not commit anymore to the board. They only have 2 cards. If that's 2 creatures, I just destroy both of them. If that's like a board wipe, I still have stuff after that. Rambling Possum, that's not it. Yep, that's lethal on board if they don't have anything in their hand. Block 1. Yep, that's it. Whoa! What a powerful deck. We got a chance to be in the best, one of the best archetype in this format, which is green-black. And we splash a lot of stuff because it's super easy to splash with the Armadillo innate searching for any land, Dance of the Tumblewish, search for any land, Brave in the Garden, taps for any mana, and we also have one of the strongest cards in this set, which is Fracture Identity from the bonus sheet. Yeah, 5 mana, exile their best thing, and you get a copy of it. It's such a great card. I cannot say enough praise about it. But yeah, overall this deck is super strong. If we are lucky enough, we can go 7-0 even. We lost one game because we flooded a little bit too much, which is the weakness of this deck. We have no card selection, no card draw. Yeah, our card advantage is not in terms of card draw. But yeah, this deck can suffer from flooding. But yeah, our late game plays is so powerful that it makes this weakness like practically non-existent. Still costs us a game, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.